Just going to show you that just a simple square design can actually be used to create really interesting abstract designs in a few seconds, just using various pattern tools. Now, I've actually created this little, it's just a very simple rectangle, just of grey, and I'm just going to go to Edit, Define Pattern, click OK. So now it's defined as a pattern, that whole thing there. Just going to go now to another document, and in that document I'm actually going to use the Edit Fill command, and instead of using white I'm actually going to be using pattern. The pattern I'm going to be using is that just a little square that I've just rectangle I've just created, so just select that, and I'm going to use a scripted pattern. Now the scripted patterns are sort of tucked away, but they're a really powerful feature of Photoshop, and I'm going to go for a cross weave. I quite like the cross weave one. So now the weave will actually just click OK, and you will see now the little rectangle is just been put. Each of those stamps, little dabs, have just been created different, obviously that angle, that angle, that angle, that angle, and so on and so on. You will notice there is a slight colour change. Now if you actually go to look at the actual JavaScript that actually creates these patterns, you actually see there's a colour feature, a sort of variance of colour and saturation, etc. Now actually personally I wish that wasn't there, but in some cases it actually can turn out to be quite useful, because you get this like very interesting straight away colourful design just by using a white and grey square rectangle. Now image, adjustments, vibrance, and I'm just going to apply this a few times. Just going to push that up to the limit. Image, do the same again, and there you have it. Right away you've got a really quite abstract colourful pattern in a few seconds. I mean that's well, could be just a start point as well. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to go to Filter and go for Filter Gallery, and of course there's a vast selection of filters. Now, I wish there would be more than obviously that. You could always have more filters and more plugins, and just by simply even selecting this one, and I can never say that, so I'm just going to go for another one just by clicking through, and the one I'm going to go for is watercolour, because it creates a nice sort of black line all the way through. That's all the various things, but it's still fairly abstract, so not each part has the black line. It's got a nice rounded quality as well now. So I'm just going to click OK at that point. Right, at this point I'm also going to go to the Filter, Oil Paint, and that's very useful, especially if you set the various stylizations to 10, cleanliness 10, shine 0, etc. All the various other settings. Doesn't have to be there, could be 0 as well. And it will actually smear the colour. So you've actually got a sort of colour smear, very quick and easy. Click OK. Filter, Render, Lighting Effects. That's the final point I'm just going to do, just quickly. Now, this is not the quickest one, but anyway, at this point it's actually got, and I'm just using a height, obviously of 100, so I've actually using this texture one, so not none, I'm just going to go for red, and various other settings like colorize, gloss, 30, ambience, etc. Various spotlights, there's a couple of spotlights here, and you can obviously, depending on which where you want to actually position the spotlights, you can actually scale it, modify the design, but straight away you can create a very jeweled sort of design. Again, it's all based on a single grey little rectangle, so basically even the simplest of things can actually be used to create really quite nice abstract designs that could be used, say like in a crown design, maybe in jewellery, whatever. Hope you found this quick tutorial of